Buying your first home is exciting, but it can also be risky if you're not prepared. In today's video, I am going to show you the top mistakes you must avoid when buying your first home in Ontario, so make sure you stay till the end because I am going to reveal one bonus tip that will help you stand out from the crowd. Hi guys, welcome back. For those who are new here, I am Boni Bombra, your local real estate expert, and today we are going to discuss the top 12 mistakes to avoid when buying your first home. So tip number 1, location is everything. You can change a lot about a house, but you can't change its location. It's crucial to consider nearby amenities, transportation, schools, and crime rates. Now, areas in the GTA can be very competitive, but you can look into emerging neighborhoods in Durham or York region where prices might be more affordable but still offer great community growth. Now let's move on to tip number 2, test the neighborhood. So if you are looking at homes in diverse areas in Ontario, like Mississauga or Brampton, it's worth booking an Airbnb for a night or two. This gives you the chance to experience the neighborhood firsthand, the vibe, the noise level, the proximity to schools and public transit. And once you've spent some time there, you'll have a better sense of whether it's the right fit for you. So moving on to tip number 3, prioritize function over cosmetics. So it's very easy to get caught up in a house's aesthetics, but try to focus on things that matter in the long run. So in Ontario, houses with spacious basements or extra parking spots can add value and make your life a lot easier. So for example, you can look at a house like this one. This house is $550,000 and it has an extra bedroom and bathroom downstairs and it is a finished basement apartment. It is a great place for an Airbnb, or maybe you have a family member that wants to move in. And if you rent out that unit, it's covering big portion of your entire mortgage. So think about things like that before you decide to buy a house. Moving on to tip number 4, set a realistic budget. So in Ontario's market, prices can vary greatly depending on the region. While Toronto homes may be out of reach for some smaller cities like Hamilton, Kitchener, or even parts of Ottawa offer great options. But remember, only by what you can afford, so overextending yourself financially can lead to stress down the road. And no matter what, set a realistic budget. Moving on to tip number 5, get mortgage pre-approval. So in Ontario's competitive real estate market, a pre-approval not only helps you understand how much you can afford, but also strengthens your offer when competing against other buyers, and getting pre-approved for a mortgage lets sellers know that you're a serious buyer. Now, make sure to meet with a licensed mortgage professional and get all your documents in order: pay stubs, tax returns, and credit reports. Having these ready can speed up the process and show sellers you're a qualified buyer. Now, tip number 6, beware of leasehold properties. So in Ontario, leasehold properties can be appealing due to their lower purchase price. However, they come with risks. In a leasehold, you don't own the land, you own the house on it. So the lease can expire, and costs like land lease payments could rise significantly over time. Freehold properties are often a safer long-term investment, so be cautious when considering leaseholds, especially if you plan to stay long-term. So for example, this property on the left, which looks like it's worth $1 million, is actually selling for $650,000. But remember, the seller is not selling you the land, he's only selling you the house. So you will have to pay him every year $4,500 for the land. Now this fee is not going to be included in your mortgage. You're going to have to pay this out of pocket, so do your research and understand the terms of the lease before committing. Tip number 7, always get a structural survey. Now in Ontario, many buyers skip this to save money, but trust me, it's a mistake. Structural surveys uncover issues the naked eye might miss. They help you avoid costly surprises later. Some surveyors miss small details, so consider hiring a trusted builder for a second opinion. Especially when dealing with older homes in Ontario, it's wise to invest in a proper structural survey. Issues like foundation problems or outdated wiring can be expensive to fix, so knowing about them beforehand can help you make an informed decision. Tip number 8, budget for hidden costs. So buying a home in Ontario comes with hidden costs you may not immediately think of: closing costs, legal fees, land transfer taxes, insurance, and potential renovations. These expenses can quickly add up, so make sure you have a financial buffer to handle them. So to avoid surprises, factor in these hidden costs when planning your home purchase. Moving on to tip number 9, renovating a fixer-upper. Now, while it may seem appealing to take on a fixer-upper project, it's important to know your limits. In Ontario, labor and material costs are high and renovations can easily go over budget and take longer than expected. So before diving into a major renovation, have a clear plan, realistic budget, and timeline. So unless you're prepared for unexpected challenges, it's best to start with a home that meets your needs. And now moving on to tip number 10, long-term goals. So it's crucial to consider your long-term goals when buying a home. In Ontario's dynamic real estate market, your first home might not be your forever home. If you plan to move in the next few years, a starter home in an up and coming neighborhood could be a good option. Just be aware that renovations and upgrades may need to be made. On the other hand, if you're planning to stay put, consider investing in a property that aligns with your long-term needs. This might mean choosing a home with extra bedrooms or a larger yard for a growing family, or opting for a multi-level unit if you are looking for a rental property. Whatever your plans may be, understanding your long-term goals is essential for making the right real estate decisions in Ontario. Tip number 11, property flipping. So while property flipping might seem like a quick path to profit, it's not always as straightforward as it appears. In Ontario, market trends and buyer preferences play a significant role in determining a home's value. What might seem like a good deal initially could end up costing you more than anticipated. Research thoroughly, understand the local market, and consult with professionals before taking the plunge. Now, tip number 12, small fixes make a big difference. Now, in Ontario, homes that are well kept but modest can sell for a higher price with minimal upgrades. So before you list your property, consider simple fixes like painting, cleaning, and decluttering. These improvements can make your home more appealing to buyers and potentially boost its value. Just look at this example. By investing a few $100s into staging and minor repairs, the sellers were able to increase the home's perceived value and sell it for a higher price. Now, if you found this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up and stay tuned for more. So until then, happy house hunting.